Ah, what a lovely Tuesday. I'm all by myself. I have nothing to do but care for my precious pee. Oh! Who is this? Motion at my front door. You can never just get a day off. I always have somebody coming over here. Robert, what do you want?
Give me the Strat.
I sold it. I told you.
The Strat?
Nah, come on in. Welcome back, troglodytes, to the Trogly's Guitar Show, your daily dose of guitar information. Today we're going to figure out where this Fender Stratocaster is going. But first, let's address this. Some people thought this was a made in Mexico body due to this little tiny hole that you see right under the pickguard. However, I contacted Fender about it and they were able to confirm that yes indeed, the American standards had that in this era. So I appreciate everybody letting me know, but we're good to go with this one as an American standard Stratocaster. So, is it time to pack this up? No, I've got a personal courier over here. Robert Baker.
What's up? Strat, you didn't sell it.
No, I didn't. I saved it just for you, man.
Tried to run me off and drive all this way to get Strat. I am super pumped up for it.
All right, so what are your plans with this Stratocaster, man?
The kind of the underlying plan is basically what I wanted to do is I wanted to get it and I wanted to upgrade all the different aspects from it because it's a 2005, so there's been all kinds of other new stuff that's come out. I want to have basically my subscribers, I'm going to give them, 3 options of each thing. The tuners, the pickups, the pick guard, knobs, the block, all that stuff. And I thought it'd be kind of a cool idea to upgrade it and make it more modern, but let everyone else kind of be like, hey, you decide what I'm putting on this thing versus just me being like, this is my guitar,
So it's kind of a fun collaborative channel guitar going on.
I thought it would be fun. And I had a lot of guys will know, I had a 2003 American Strat that I had to sell, years ago, just being a broke musician. But I wish that I hadn't ever sold it. And then it's a 2005, and I was like, yo, 2005, rosewood fingerboard. I'm not like messaging like, do you still have that Strat?
Yeah, I remember that email. It's like, Robert, just tell me what you want to offer me. So how about we go ahead and go through these things and see what you got?
Yeah.
Make sure I actually want to accept this trade.
I'm a pretty shady character, so I don't know. Sorry, the random gig bags.
So, are the gig bags included, or are you taking those back home?
Those are coming back with me.
Okay, gotcha. So we have a Danelectro 84. What can you tell me about this?
So this one's kind of cool. So this was based after Stevie Ray Vaughan had a guitar back in, I believe, 84. It was white, though, with these lipstick pickups in there. And we were kind of talking. I was like, if you've never played lipstick pickups, they have a really interesting sound to them. They're a single coil, but just kind of their own thing. I got
interesting to get to try that out.
Yeah, they're really
This isn't
cool.
really a guitar I would normally buy.
Like I said, they're their own thing. And I got into Danelectros because of Jimmy Page.
Okay, yep.
Yeah, he played the 59, which is, I don't know how much you know about Danelectros. But,
not very much.
But, yeah, it has a nice tremolo system on it.
Yeah, you noticed the Wilkinson, is that what it is?
Yeah.
That's what we were talking about over on his channel, one of his videos. Joe Perry used that on one of his recent gold top signatures. It might be a different model, I'm not sure, but that's what I know it from.
Yeah, well, and he plays Danelectros a lot as well.
Okay.
So, yeah, he plays the one we're about to show you. He plays on tour, and then after each show, he signs it, and then someone can buy the guitar, what he played during the set.
All right. So what kind of personal history do you have behind this one?
This one, so this was the first lipstick pickup guitar I ever had, to where I was just kind of like, what are those things? And then it was the Stevie Ray Vaughan, because I have I forget which DVD he's playing this in, but I just remember seeing it, and I'm like, I want a lipstick pickup guitar. I've used it in a bunch of videos. This one was, I think it's called Unforgettable Clean Guitar Riffs. Gotcha. So this one I did some John Mayer stuff on it. Random other riff videos. 10 riffs that'll make you want to riff. But it's been used in a bunch. So
awesome.
It was really cool. Like I said, I'm excited for you to try the lipstick pickups.
Alright, so inside the Danelectro 84 here, when taking the strings off, I kind of yanked the tremolo unit off of it too. I think it's just those springs that came undone, so I hope I didn't break anything. But let's take a look at these pickups here real quick. So I've never actually got to toy around with a lipstick pickup before, and they've always kind of been mysterious to me, but I never noticed this until I took the strings off. There's actually a little slit right here. So that's just like a pickup covering that they slide over top of the pickup. And for this particular model anyways, they screw into place back here. So then it's on a base plate, as you can see there. And one of those screws also holds down one of the wires. I'm betting that's for a grounding wire. But underneath here, it's just a single coil pickup all wrapped up in the tape. But we've got 3 of those pickups here, and they are wired to what I believe is a master volume, master tone, and a 5-way selector switch like most Stratocasters. Here you can see what the body route looks like. It looks like they have a grounding wire going down there to the back of the tremolo unit, and then the rest of that going to the output jack. Neck position reads 4.06, second 2.03, third 4, fourth 2.03, and fifth 406. I went to Danelectro's website to see what kind of body woods and things they were using. I click on specs, doesn't mention anything about the actual specs, just the parts. So I looked at some other reviews. They were saying alder body, maple neck with rosewood fretboard. Whether that's accurate, I'm not entirely too sure. When it comes to these import models, I know there's a lot of things that can look like rosewood, but I think we can at least be sure it has a maple neck. Something I'm noticing here is it's got pretty tall frets on it, so it's kind of a modern guitar in that aspect. And they have a graphite nut. And it reads Danelectro 84. We have a 1.62-inch nut width, which increases to 2.01 at the 12th. First fret neck depth 0.81 and 0.92 at the 12th. With a 25.5-inch scale length. Moving on to the backside, there's not too much going on here. You have your typical Strat comfort carve right there. And here's your route for the tremolo that I'll have to reassemble here. I was hoping I didn't rip the screws out of the body or something. You've got a bolt-on neck, and it's rather thin feeling, I would say, with kind of a Kluson style tuner up here. This example weighs 7 pounds, 15.4 ounces, so pretty much 8. Let's go ahead and hear how it sounds. Move on to the next one. I think visually I'm more excited about this one because it reminds me of a Maserite, or however you pronounce it. I don't know who copied who or what style came first at this point in time anyways. Is it semi-hollow? Is it full hollow?
It's semi.
Gotcha. This is what I like, freaky stuff. I mean, you've got double lipstick. What you said, that's a P90 in the humbucker size there.
Yep.
Crooked. I was hoping it was his baritone one, but no, not quite.
No, yeah, that one is red and a beast. But yeah, so this is like the same one that Joe Perry uses on tour. It was the first semi-hollow guitar I ever had. I think the first P90. It was like the guitar that made me fall in love with P90s, basically.
God.
So it's got mojo in it. It's a really comfortable guitar to play.
It's got some interesting figuring to the board right there. That's cool. So how long have you owned that one for?
I've had this one, I want to say 2 years? 2 years? Yeah, 2 or 3 years. Again, this one's been used in quite a few. I always just thought it looked cool, kind of like what you were saying.
Yeah, it definitely has a cool vibe to it.
Yeah.
I like the binding on the F-hole and all that.
Yeah, like it just looks like classy.
Definitely.
I feel 10% more classy just standing here. I'm going to be honest. Like that's the vibe I'm getting right now.
Wow, this looks like a murder scene just happened. Okay, so we've got a single coil pickup in a humbucker-sized surround. Something I kind of found interesting here is this is the other side of the neck, and you can actually feel the screws coming through the back because it's a bolt-on neck. But it kind of looks like a little smiley face too. But here's what the back side of that pickup looks like. And this is a semi-hollow in construction, so it's got a center block here, and then the 2 open cavities. The bridge pickup has this double lipstick thing going on, and honestly, I kind of hate now that I've seen lipstick pickups like this because I can't unsee it. I never saw this split down the center of them before, but now it's forever present. But the back side of this is very similar to the other one we were looking at, it just has a larger base plate. And here's the inside of that route. Electronic-wise, it's fairly simple. You've got a 3-way toggle switch up here, and then the electronics, slightly fancy. The website says it has a coil tap that is located on this tone pot. So you pull up and it taps it. I'm not sure if that's really taking windings out of each one or if it's just cutting it in half to make it act like a single coil. I guess we'll have to find that out in the tone demonstration. Then you have your output jack on the front. The website says it's an alder body with a Pau Ferro fretboard and a maple neck. You have a German carve right here. That is kind of interesting. I haven't had a guitar like this. I like the bound F-hole, and I think the black finish really works on this guitar. So everything's looking pretty cool on this one. I really like the fretboard on this one, though, because it's got this like dark streaking to it, especially in this area. It's kind of, just an identifying mark here. Then the headstock says Danelectro 66. This is actually a 66T model though, because it's an upgrade. It has the tremolo unit. The base version just has like a wrap tail piece or something close to that. The pickups in this one, the neck reads 3.79, the middle position a 2.59, and the bridge 8 almost. We'll see what this does. Does it cut it in half? Yeah. Got a 1.65 inch nut width, which increases to 2.02 at the 12th. First fret neck depth 0.84, and it increases to 0.92 at the 12th. Unlike the other one though, this is going for 24 3/4 inch scale length. Moving on to the back here, honestly I thought it was so easy to put that Wilkinson back in last time, I just ripped this one out too. Makes looking at the guitar much easier. But I think one of my favorite features about this guitar is the way it mounts right here, but still has a traditional heel. It feels like a set neck guitar. That was kind of cool to me. But back of the neck, kind of that small profile again. And this one has a sticker with a serial number and says made in Korea, with those same Kluson style tuners. This example weighs 7 pounds, 4.2 ounces. Let's go ahead and hear how she sounds. What else do you got for me?
And then these guys, which I think you'd have fun with these.
Mini tube amps.
If you've never seen the Bantamps, they are incredibly impressive. So if you look at them, kind of a trick to figuring out what they're copies of more famous amps.
Okay.
So like the black one's called the Zombie. That one's the Jackman. The Meteor. The Atomic is the green. I can't remember what the white one is. Oh, I don't have the white one. That's a 5150 clone. And then the blue one's the Bluejay. So if you look at the box down here, you can see the letters they're highlighting. So the Meteor is an orange copy. The Jackman has a J and M highlighted.
So what is this one?
So this is like an orange. So
oh, I see.
You
I was looking at the wrong ones. I was like, what's meat?
What's meat? It's what's for dinner, but they're cool little amps. I'm telling you, once you play one, you'll be like, all right, all right.
Okay, orange, then
Boost Junior. So that's a clean amp.
So they're being sneaky.
Uh-huh.
But take a look at them here.
Yeah, and I was like, I know I have these boxes somewhere.
It's always helpful to have the box.
I know.
These are tiny little things.
They're tiny. They're 20 watts, and it's a tube preamp, solid state power section.
God, yeah.
So you don't have to have it plugged into a cab if you don't want to.
Cool. So normal bright channels, and the Bluetooth.
Yeah.
So you can like do stuff with your phone on it.
Yeah, you can play backing tracks through it.
Yeah, that's helpful.
Yeah, so I actually used them. I have a couple other ones at home, and I just used them to carry around the house and play my phone through them.
It's got the little antenna back here.
Yeah. So, and the power, it's like a...
Okay, so you can put this to a cabinet then.
Oh, yeah.
Like,
and they're loud.
Okay, so this could kind of be like similar to a Tiny Terror.
Yes.
Kind
Except
of.
a Tiny Terror is going to be full tube, I believe.
Okay, yeah.
So it'd be a little bit louder. Yeah. So that's primarily a clean, kind of like pedal platform amp.
$1,000 cash.
Oh, you know what? Oh, it's in my car. Let me just grab the Strat real quick, and I'll go get it. I'll be right back.
So if you're wanting to know my thoughts and opinions of these guitars, the Danelectro 84 Stratocaster, you know, that surprised me how much I liked it, because honestly, the look of it didn't do much for me. It's a Strat that's missing a tone knob and has lipstick pickups, but I thought it sounded good. It was really robust. Probably not something I would personally buy, but there's definitely nothing wrong with it. The Danelectro 66 Maserite thing though, wow! I was impressed by that thing. It inspired me to play a little bit differently than normal. I just dig the looks of it. It's super classy with that binding and the black. But what I really liked was the tones out of this thing. It was really kind of gritty. Great for funky stuff, because it did single coil sounds and humbucker sounds pretty well in my opinion. Now the Bantamps, those things were pretty cool as well. When Robert was playing them while he was here, I was sold. I thought they sounded pretty darn good for, you know, I think they're around $150 brand new. So if you just need a little practice amp to plug into and play while you're at home that doesn't take up a bunch of space, I could probably suggest those as well. But seeing as this is part of my Trade Tuesday series, unfortunately both of these guitars are now up for trade, as are the amps. So if you're interested in trading me something, you can check their availability by looking in the description, where I'll have a link to their Reverb ad. However, don't message me on Reverb about trades, because they're not too keen on that anymore. Email me at tradetrogly@gmail.com. So, it was a rather long episode, but I hope you guys enjoyed it. It was like a whole week's worth of content packed into one episode. But thank you, Robert Baker, for stopping by, making the trade, and doing some collaborative videos. You can check out his channel. There's a link in the description. Make sure to subscribe to him, because we have some content coming out on his side as well. So thank you, Troglodytes, for tuning in today. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe, and we will see you tomorrow on the next episode. Take care.